Hello everyone, it's Shanna. Welcome. Today we're going to be working with Trinity Stamps You're the Greatest die set. And this is so cute. It's got a grater, it's got some cheese, it's got some sentiments. I'm going to be taking the cheese and doing a couple different shades of orange. I'm going to use silver for my grater. I'm going to use gray for my shadow. And we're just going to get these all die cut out. Now this is just the cutest little set. Who would ever think of making a card with a cheese grater? Somebody did. Well, Trinity Stamps did. Anyway, so I've got all my little die cut pieces in my little triangle tray, and I'm bringing in some paper. This pattern paper is actually from Pink and Main. It's from the Crafty Courtyard kit that I get, and then I just brought in an orange piece, and I'm just going to layer these two up on here. I've just used my A2 Matting Basics dies from Spellbinders to just die cut out. I guess I die cut out the green piece, and then the orange piece I just trimmed down with my guillotine. And I'm just going to get it laid down on there. No, I think I used a die for that. I've got that nice little edge around there. I think I used the first two sizes of dies from the A2 Matting Basics at Spellbinders. I'll link everything in the description box below so you can check it out. But I just wanted some pattern paper that would kind of go with cheese. So I thought this plaid that had a little kind of an orangey color in it would work. And I've just got the two different colors of the cheese. I chose the brighter color for, I guess, my shadow of my cheese. And I'm just pulling out all of my pieces and kind of getting them laid aside there. And I've got 3 die cuts of the outside of the cheese, and I've just got one of the base of the cheese. And I'm going to layer them up just to kind of give it some substance. And they layer up very nicely. They're easy to see how they go together, so there's no problem in that. And I'm using that pick tool to just get any glue out of it. I had like a glue bubble in there, just trying to get the glue out of the middle of the circles from the Swiss cheese so that I don't have a sticky mess. And just going to layer up that other side of the cheese, and then we will get to assembling our Swiss cheese block here. And your tweezers come in handy for these small pieces. And there I'm just poking any glue out that's in there. And then I've got this brighter color that I'm going to use, and that's the same color as my base panel that I use there. And these colors are kind of bright for me. You probably hear me say that on my channel. I don't use a lot of bright colors very often. I'm more subdued or a little more natural type colors. And then I just brought in my little glue eraser to glue to kind of get some of that glue off of there. And we're going to glue this piece up as well and get it laid down on there. And I'm using just a little piece of paper to tap off the extra glue just to kind of help keep it from getting messy. I am a messy gluer. Look at that. Is that not cute? I've got ink all over my hands, so I'm taking a minute and wiping it off. I did a bunch of sentiments before I started making this card. So I've got some silver, and I'm going to get to assembling my grate, and it'll be fun. So this takes me back to when I was a kid, and my mother had a grater just like this. And she always had it out when we were having tacos, and she was grating the cheese for tacos. And it reminds me of that. Young people probably don't and haven't ever grated their cheese, maybe, because you can buy the grated cheese in bags now. You didn't used to be able to get that, I guess. I'm guessing that's why my mother always grated the cheese with a cheese grater that looked just like this. And I think Pat's mom had one exactly like this as well. I think I recall seeing it in her kitchen as well. Now my cheese grater looks a little different than this. It's more of one of those flat ones that you would just grate your cheese on. And I do prefer fresh grated cheese over the bag, but I do buy my share of the bag. Now this is a little black piece that goes along the bottom of the grater. It's like what would suction to the counter or stick to the counter so that you could hold it on the counter and then run your cheese down it. And then we've got these little pieces that are the handle, and I did die cut 2 of these out in silver, and I'm going to lay them down on there, try to decide which side I'm going to do first. And then I'm going to bring in black, I've just taken the handle and I'm attaching it to it. And then I'm going to bring in the second metal piece that will attach to our, I guess, black wooden handle is what it would probably be. And probably wood tone might have been a better option for that. And I'm using my tweezers to pinch it together so that it'll stick together, because I was finding that metal was, the metallic silver was moving around on me. And I do have trouble getting these little black pieces that are on the outside of it to sit still on that metal, especially this one on the left side. The one on the right went down fairly easy. And of course, I'm chasing this around too, but just trying to get it, and it keeps moving on me, and I keep trying to get it where I want it. But it's super cute. And here I'm trying to clean up a little bit of glue, and it came unstuck, and I'm going to put some more glue on there. Thought I'd leave all this chaos in so that you could see it. And I'm going to clean off my table because I've got too much glue, and I don't want to get it on the back of my card. Seems like I do an equal amount of cleaning to crafting. And I'm a bit stuffy again, so I apologize for that. That's the grandkids. Now here, you can't really see, but in black I've got the sentiment, "You're the greatest," on there. And I left it on my magic mat so that I could do my little tape trick, and it works on the "You're the," and then for the greatest, the wheels kind of fall off of it, but we get it together. So I'll just show you. This is just a way to help evenly space it out so that you don't have to do every individual piece and try to get it lined up how you want it. I like to use the pink pixie tape, and for this one, I'm actually putting the glue down before I pull it out, and then for the next one I won't, because I think it dries too quick on me and I can't get it to stick down. So I've got it glued, and I'm just pulling it off very carefully, trying to get it all out, and you might have to poke the back of it to get it to come out. And then I've left the circle in the R, so I'm going to have to get in there and get that and get it pulled out of there, and then we'll be able to lay it down on a card. And I'm wanting to do this because these sentiments are big, and then that grater is fairly good size, and so I want to get my sentiment laid down on there so I know how to position my grater before I glue it down. You see my O popped up, and I just pushed it back down. And I think, like I said, in the time that I got it peeled off there, because I'm putting such a small amount of glue on there to try and not make a mess, I think it kind of dried up on me. So I'm going to have to put some more glue on there and get it laid down. And then for the next one, I'm going to peel it off, and then I'm going to put the glue on. And I seem to have better success with it that way. But I do like using this tape trick, even though I'm kind of struggling with it this time. And it might be the paper. That paper is just some really inexpensive paper that I'd gotten from Hobby Lobby, that black. And I think if I'd had some more heavy-duty paper, I would not have the issues that I'm having and will have with the greatest part of the sentiment. But this goes down okay. And I kind of put the over to the side because I knew I was going to need room for that grater there. And I'm going to kind of do it like that. Now I've got this taped up, and I'm just kind of pushing it down really well so that when I go to pull it off, it'll all come together. And I've got grate on the lower part there that I'm pulling off right now, and then ST on that other one. And this is where the ST, I guess, kind of really gives me the fits. So you can watch as I struggle with it, and I'm pulling those off before I put the glue on. And then I've got my ST, and they come off all right. And then I try to connect them together, which generally will work. I mean, I do this with vinyl when I'm transferring vinyl all the time, and I thought it would work just fine, but it just kind of comes apart. Well, anyway, I'm going to get the glue on there, and when you first squeeze your bottle, you get a big glob that comes out, and so I was kind of cleaning up that glob, and then just trying to gently put just enough glue on there to hold it, but not to make a mess. Seems like glue is my nemesis. There it's kind of pulling apart. I'm going to lay it back down, try to get it lined up again, get some glue on there, and I think I'm good to go. And then the struggle begins. So I get my greatest down there where I think that I want it, and I start pressing down. And I'm trying to get, it looks like the S and the T are a little bit in different spots. So I say, okay, let's just get the grate down, and then we'll come back to the greatest. So I'm just pressing and trying to get it all laid down on there. And this is actually going to be a birthday card. And I thought You're the Greatest would be fun on the outside of it. And then I'm just adding some more glue because it probably dried up while I was sitting there. And I'm going to get it laid down. And I decided to do the S and come back for the T because I'm struggling with it so much. And the top layer of the S is wanting to come up with it. And I'm like, oh, great. Am I going to have to die cut this out again? And so I'm going to go ahead and put the T down. And once I get it, and it's not wanting to lay down, so I'm going to pull it right off there. I'm giving up. I'm going to lay a little bit of glue where it's separating and get it laid down and lined up, and I can still use it, so I'm glad with that. Clean up a little bit of glue, and then I'm going to put some glue on that T and get it laid down. And there we have it. I think it's really, really cute. An unusual card. Like I said, who would think about having a hunk of cheese and a cheese grater on a card? But I think it's fun. And the person that I'm giving this card to, it'll be perfect for. I'm just using that 1/8 of an inch foam tape from scrapbook.com that I love so much. You see me use all the time. And I'm going to get some layers on there so that I can kind of pop it up over my cheese. I'm going to tuck my cheese in a little bit and then just pop it up. That's how I'm going to do it. And I think that's super cute. I think it really came out. I like the colors, even though they're not really down my alley. And now I've also taken that grater and I've die cut out that brighter orange cheese. And I'm just laying a bunch of those down there. And I think that really adds to the card. I think it's really, really cute. And I've got several of them, and I'm just picking up the ones that are facing the right side up because sometimes you have to work at getting them turned up right. Now I noticed that that little rubber piece wasn't sticking, and so I just brought in my tweezers, clamped them on there, and give it some time to glue up. And then I'm adding some more of those little cheese pieces there. I'm going to pull it off. It looks like I get a good stick on it. And then I decide I'm going to take one and put a little piece of cheese on that apostrophe for the your and add it there. And I think that'll be super cute. And I'm going to do a little bit more cleanup with that glue eraser. And there it is. Isn't that cute? Now for the inside, I'm going to bring in Spellbinder's Sending Sentiments set. That's why I had black ink all over my fingers. I had inked a couple sheets of all of those sentiments out earlier before I started this card, and so I had the black ink on my finger. And I'm just taking the scraps of this paper that I used and I'm flipping it to the other side because I did like the other side of that, and I thought I would just add it to the inside of my card. And I'm going to bring in this Happy from that Sending Sentiments from Spellbinders, and I'm taking my white jelly roll pen and just kind of cleaning up. It kind of, I don't know, maybe squished a little bit, and so I'm just adding some white just to kind of clean that up. And I found my birthday sentiment. I had wondered where it was, and it had gotten up on the top of my desk by my iPad. And I found it. I thought I was going to have to cut another one out, but anyway, so there's the little tiny piece of cutout in there that I was trying to pry out. And now I'm just going to get some glue on there, and I'm going to add this happy birthday sentiment to You Are the Greatest. And I think it'll make a very nice birthday card. I'm going to trim this up a little bit because I want to just kind of tuck it in there. And I decided to lay it on that side, the other side. And I think that looks nice. And that's the outside and the inside of my card. And I'm going to put my little stamp on the back of it so that my card will be completely finished and ready to go. So I hope you like it. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.